stop 37 of the Sunoco Busch series as we get down to the final four events of the season. It comes to Phoenix, the 1 mile for the FordParts.com 200, 20 laps, and on the pole will be qualifying at 131.757 miles per hour is Matt Richards. He's a two-time winner, and the outside another two-time winner in Dunn Laprad. Row number 2, how about the Johnson sisters with our points leader, Faith Johnson, Holden on the inside, and alongside Emily will be starting fourth. Jeremy Doobie, the winner at Hickory, and Kelsey McEwen, the 38 Ford, will be in row number 3. Trey Roberts and Alexander Wilson Leach, a pair of Oldsmobiles, will be in row number 4. Row 5 will be Mike Doobie, Jeremy's brother, and the second in points, Christina Cowan. Row number 6 will be Jason Vuong and the Talladega winner, Gerald Ickmat, Grace Gunnan, and Dougie Shears. In the Country Time Ford will be row 7. Row 8 will be Tim Freilich and Courtney Winterbauer. Row 9 will be Ed Gardner and Jack Richards. Row 10 will be Ralph Green and Diana Panic. Row 11 will be the third in points, Keith Batson and Lena Savage, the Milwaukee winner. Row 12 will be Christian Brennan and Hayden Klein, the Darlington second event pole sitter. Gabriella Bryan and Grace Friedman, the winner at our most recent event in Atlanta, make row number 13.
Drivers, start your engines.
Row 14 will be Ken Johnson and Zed Weinstein. Row 15 will be Casey Hutchinson and Adam Chambers, our IRP winner. Juliet Leonard, our Nazareth winner, and Andre Castro, our most recent Charlotte winner, is row 16. Tim Gardner and Charles Jackson, row 17. Jacob Rodriguez and Ann Batson, multiple-time winner, make row 18. Matthew Rodriguez, the Pikes Peak winner, and Nick Knotts will make row number 19. Row 20 will be Jordan Hetzer and Adam Fiegel. The Chicagoland pole sitter and Celia Brewer and the Kentucky winner Darnell Jones will tail the field. It will be 20 laps, as I said before. The D-shaped oval. Pace car drops off the pace. We're going to go green flag racing as we go to our final 4 events of the season. Matt Richards' early jump on things. We'll get to early on number 1 spot, but how about right now? Immediately, we're going 4 abreast racing. Gutsy, Faith Johnson, Emily Johnson, Dougie Shears going off, and they're banging it up immediately. Keith Batson. We got ourselves a big one immediately. Hayden Klein looked like was in it. I couldn't even tell you who, but it was all started with the number 71 of Emily Johnson, our winner at South Boston. It didn't take long till we go yellow. They started really bonsaiing their way into going 3 abreast race, and look here, you got Dunn Laprad, Faith Johnson, and Jeremy Doobie all battling right there, and then here comes the 4 wide lurking. I don't know if that was a... Let's see, yep, and that's where it happened. Kelsey McEwen went into the rear of Emily Johnson and then banged into Trey Roberts. Mike Doobie... Did he get by? Yep, Mike Doobie got by fairly clean. So talk about getting lucky was Mike Doobie. Alexander Wilson Leach looked like he got something out of it. Jason Vuong, Courtney Winterbauer. There is Dougie Shears. Wow. I mean, you have Ralph Green and Keith Batson basically touched, and that was it. But you had Jacob Rodriguez. I thought I saw something happen. And basically Brick Wall City with Dougie Shears and the Rodriguez brothers. Grace Gunnan, Tim Gardner, Tim Freilich. Ed Gardner. My goodness. It was a brick wall. We had Ann Batson driving through the grass. Same with Andre Castro, Diana Panic. As they all race it back to the line, Lena Savage is basically done for the day. Tough break for Lena. Same with Casey Hutchinson and Ed Gardner. So that's where we stand as far as that was concerned. Looking at our so far where we stand, Matt Richards leads, Jeremy Doobie gets second, Faith Johnson the points leaders third, then Dunlap Red, Mike Doobie, Kelsey McEwen, Trey Roberts, Christina Cowan, Alexander Wilson Leach, and Gerald Dickmat your top 10. Then Ralph Green, Keith Batson, Juliet Leonard, Hayden Klein, Celia Brewer, Matthew Rodriguez, Jordan Hetzer, Jack Richards, Darnell Jones, Jacob Rodriguez, Grace Gunnan, Emily Johnson, Grace Friedman, Tim Freilich, Ken Johnson, Adam Chambers, Dougie Shears, Jason Wong, Zed Weinstein, Christian Brannon, Courtney Winterbauer, Diana Panic, Charles Jackson, Adam Fiegel, Andre Castro, Tim Gardner, Ann Batson, Gabriella Bryan, and Nick Knotts. Lena Savage is out, Casey Hutchinson, and Ed Gardner, all of which we saw go behind pit wall. Their days are done prematurely. And they'll be back to green flag racing. I do believe it'll be lap number 6 of 20. So we'll be 15 laps to go. Yep. They come out of the turns. Green flag flies for Matt Richards. Let's try this again. Matt Richards leads. Jeremy Doobie, the winner at Hickory, right there in second. Going to make a move to the inside. Nope, not really. Nope. Then again, yep, he will. Battling behind, brother Mike is going on the inside of Dunlap Red. And he'll take the number... Nope. But let's see. Oh, and banging the wall is the number 40. Excuse me, banging the wall. Matt Richards loses the number 1 spot to Jeremy Doobie, and it looks like he's gonna lose number 2 to Jeremy. Here comes Faith Johnson. Oh, that was a close one. Now they 3 wide, going all the way down. Mike Doobie, Matt Richards, Matt Doobie. Now it's the Doobie Brothers 1-2 punch. Here's Dunlap Red, and looks like we are yellow. Whoa, our points leader spins and catches Alexander Wilson Leach, but we are yellow. Or are we? Yeah, we are yellow, but for what reason? That was bizarre. Jeremy Doobie, the Doobie Brothers will 1-2 punch going to the stripe, but I do believe we saw something with the points leader. Let's see where it all started, because we know we saw something with with Faith Johnson. Let's see if that was the real reason. Let's see if there's anything else going on before that. We saw smoke, but nope. Yeah, because that smoke was from earlier. There was the spin that actually, I do believe, triggered the yellow right there. Yep, that was what had happened. What we saw was Matt Richards goes up high. Faith Johnson goes up high. Little touch. Matt smacks the wall. Faith went right into him. Went into Trey Roberts. Went into Alexander Wilson Leach. And actually cushioned the blow. Alexander actually cushioned the blow. I don't think he lost any position because that all happened right before the stripe. So they salvaged themselves. I know Faith Johnson lost some ground in that with that caution. So. Now I don't know if there was anything else. I thought I saw something else going on that was wacky. I don't think so, but how about Keith Batson? I do believe moved ahead of Christina Cowan. That's going to probably shake up points ramifications. But nonetheless, that really will make the difference. Right now, your leaders, Jeremy Doobie, the Doobie brothers, 1-2 punch. Jeremy and Mike. Mike's looking for his first win of the season. Jeremy's already won at Hickory. Matt Richards, Don Laprad, Kelsey McEwen, your top 5. Then it'll be Ralph Green, Alexander Wilson Leach, Faith Johnson, Trey Roberts, and Gerald Dick, Matt, your top 10. Then Juliet Leonard, Keith Batson, Celia Brewer, Christina Cowan, Jordan Hester, Jacob Rodriguez, Darnell Jones, Hayden Klein, Jack Richards, Grace Gunnan, Matthew Rodriguez, Emily Johnson, Ken Johnson, no relation, Adam Chambers, Grace Friedman, Tim Fralick, Courtney Winnebauer, Dougie Shears, Diana Panic, Charles Jackson, Zed Weinstein, Andre Castro, Nick Knotts, Ann Batson, Jason Wong, Adam Fiegel, Gabriella Bryan, Christian Brennan, Tim Gardner, rounding out the field, Lena Savage, Casey Hutchinson, and Ed Gardner, all of which are done. So we're past the halfway point now. It'll be, let's see, we'll be back to Green Flag Racing. 8 laps to go for the Doobie Brothers. No, not to be confused with the famous music group. It's Jeremy and Mike Doobie. Green flag. 8 laps to go. Let's see who's going to win here at Phoenix. Can Jeremy get his second win? Can Mike get his first? Now, Mike Doobie's going to try to make a move to the inside of Jeremy. The brothers battling it out. They're going into the turns. Here they come. Here comes Mike Doobie to the inside of Jeremy. Battling forwards. The split fire forward that is Mike Doobie gets the #1 spot. But here comes the pole sitter, Matt Richards. Nope, he'll actually have to take the second spot from. And we're yellow yet again, and it's worse. I don't know what was the culprit there, but we saw a lot of damage. Andre Castro, Jason Wong, Jack Richards. I do believe the race back to the line is going to make the difference. Mike Doobie's going to win the race back to the line. I don't think we'll get back this race back under green. I don't know. We may be getting a 1-lap shootout. We'll see. That's actually 6 laps to go, so. Yes, that's where it all started. Was Jack Richards, the McDonald's Ford, thanks to Grace Gunnan, right there battling with Ralph Green for the 19th spot. And then Gunnan, the 02, Arco Olds. Let's see what happened here. Got into the rear of Jack Richards. Since Jack's spinning, touch, goes off into the wall, hard into the wall, spinning. Obviously triggered the yellow, and then the chain reaction actually came afterwards. Andre Castro got in it. You saw the points, #2 in the points. Christina Cowan, I don't know where that came about. Christina Cowan, which actually happened simultaneously, where while that happened, Christina and Celia Brewer touched. They got squished in the wall, and the momentum caused Christina to spin too. So it was a double spin that you could basically reel. He actually crossed the line and spun, and that's where he just missed Matthew Rodriguez. Adam Chambers got hit. You could say a case with Ken Johnson. Emily Johnson's hit. Grace Friedman's hit. You see the Andre Castro spin right there. Christina Cowan got back away clean. You saw Adam Fiegel, Nick Knotts, Ann Batson. You had back here Jason Wog. You also had Tim Gardner, Jason. Hard into the rear of Jack Richards, and it also collected the number 64 of Gabriella Bryan, so not a very good day. Let's go on board with Jason. Roof cam. As he sees everything right now. No, actually, let's go on board with the McDonald's Ford of Jack Richards. Smacks the wall hard, spins. That is it. Tough break for the McDonald's Ford. Matt Richards is having a solid showing, but Jack not so much. And Jack Richards is out of the race. Tough break for Jack Richards. Nonetheless, let's go back to where we stand. I do believe we'll be back to Green Flag Racing. Mike Doobie, Matt Richards, Jeremy Doobie, Ralph Green, Don Laprad. Yep, we'll be back to racing. So it'll be a green-white checkered showdown. When they go back, it'll be green, then white, then checkered. It'll be Mike Doobie, Matt Richards, Jeremy Doobie, Ralph Green, Don Laprad, Faith Johnson, Gerald Dickman, Keith Batson, Alexander Wilson Leach, and Jordan Hetzer, your top 10. Then Trey Roberts, Kelsey McEwen, Juliet Leonard, Jacob Rodriguez, Darnell Jones, Christina Cowan, Hayden Klein, Celia Brewer, Grace Gunn, and Matthew Rodriguez. Ken Johnson, Adam Chambers, Emily Johnson, Grace Friedman, Courtney Winterbauer, Tim Freilich, Diana Panic, Charles Jackson, Ann Batson, Dougie Shears, Zed Weinstein, Nick Knotts, Christian Brannon, Tim Gardner, and Adam Fiegel tailing the field. Andre Castro, Gabriella Bryan, Jack Richards, Jason Wong, Lena Savage, Casey Hutchinson, Ed Gardner, all of which done. Green, white, checker, 2-lap showdown. Can Mike Doobie finally get that first win of the season? Or will Matt Richards, Jeremy Doobie, Ralph Green, or the rest of the field contradict it? Good jump for Mike. Mike Doobie, a very good, comfortable lead as they go on down the straightaways. Now, Ralph Green actually trying to pose a challenge to Jeremy Doobie in the back there. So far, good. Mike Doobie Jeremy Doobie drops the fourth now because of Ralph Green. He hits the wall. White flag, one more lap to go for Jeremy. So tough break for, Jeremy. Mike Doobie is now leading. Tough break for Jeremy. He hit the wall. We're back under yellow, but this is not going to make a difference. This is a race back to the line, so we'll check the yellow afterwards. Checkered flag getting set to fly. Your winner here at Phoenix. One more turn for Mike Doobie. He's got enough momentum. Checkered flag flies. Your winner of the FordParts.com 200. Mike Doobie. A Ford wins it. Matt Richards, second. Third will go to Ralph Green, Jeremy Doobie, Keith Batson, and well, we got ourselves a mess. So we'll see what we had there momentarily. We'll look at the rest of the finishing order right afterwards, but let's go back and see what happened. We saw with Jeremy Doobie, so I'll tell you the rest of the finishing order right after we go to see what happened with Jeremy Doobie, which we saw Jeremy go up high, smack the wall, Faith Johnson losing the third spot to Ralph Green. That was what happened behind our points leader. Faith Johnson was spun right after that smack at the wall. She kind of hesitated to tap the wall. Gerald Ickmat got right into her. Keith Batson got into her. Ickmat went right into Alexander Wilson Leach, lost the spot to Don Laprad, but they both got away. They both received it. Great driving job for both Keith Batson, our third in points, and our points leader, but not to say the same for Gerald Ickmat. You see Trey Roberts yet again. And then they started really messing up there. You saw Jordan Hetzer. There was so much going on here. Jordan Hetzer, I do believe, got into Jacob Rodriguez after tagging Trey Roberts. Went right into Jacob Rodriguez and spun himself. Juliet Leonard There was so much going on. You see Courtney Winterbauer, Darnell Jones, Adam Chambers, Grace Gunnan. Adam Chambers getting pushed over, barrel rolled, thanks to, on top of, as a matter of fact, Grace Gunnan was Adam Chambers, who actually rolled himself back over. Dougie Shears, Christian Brannon, Emily Johnson was having a bad day. Diana Panic, Tim Gardner. Let's go on board with Adam Chambers. That was horrible. I don't know what happened with Zed Weinstein too, but let's go on board with Adam Chambers. As he gets in for the ride of his life. That was right when he was on the 0-2 of Grace Gutted, so Zed Weinstein obviously was dud. Jeremy Doobie won the race back to the Mike Doobie won the race back to the line. But nonetheless, let's go to where we stand. The finish of this race. Mike Doobie wins. Matt Richards, Ralph Green, Jeremy Doobie, Keith Batson, Faith Johnson. How about that? Keith Batson and Faith Johnson get top. Keith gets a top 5 finish. Very good day for Keith and the Doobie brothers. Then Faith Johnson, Dunn Laprad, Jacob Rodriguez, Jordan Hetzer, Alexander Wilson Leach, Trey Roberts, Gerald Ickmat, Kelsey McHugh, Juliet Leonard, Darnell Jones, Christina Cowan, and basically the rest of it's all a crapshoot. But the winner, nonetheless, finally goes to Mike Doobie, joins brother Jeremy with a victory at Phoenix. So let's look at the points. We got 3 more events left for the Sunoco Busch Series. Faith Johnson still holds on to the points lead. Only 112 points ahead of Christina Cowan now, so Christina's still not out of the mix yet. Keith Batts is trying to make ground with a top 5 finish. So he's now only 193 points behind. So basically, it's going to be a 3-way battle for the championship, bar none. Nick Knotts, Tim Freilich, 300 plus points behind. Then Andre Castro, Hayden Klein, Tim Gardner, Jordan Hetzer, and Kelsey McEwen. Mike Doobie moves up to 11th. Dougie Shears, Ralph Green, Gerald Ickmat, Celia Brewer, Juliet Leonard, Adam Fiegel, Alexander Wilson Leach, Casey Hutchinson, and Matt Richards, and Adam Chambers and Darnell Jones. Dunn Laprad, Emily Johnson, Gabriella Bryan, Matthew Rodriguez, Grace Friedman, Jeremy Doobie, Trey Roberts, Ken Johnson, Courtney Winterbauer, Jacob Rodriguez, Jason Wong, Jack Richards, Zed Weinstein, Diana Panic, Charles Jackson, Grace Gunnan, Ed Gardner, Christian Brandon, Lena Savage, and Ann Batson, all of which tail the field. So basically, we know for a fact the top 3 are what's going to matter the most when we get down to the final 2 events or last event of the season in Homestead. But the next for the Sunoco Busch Series, AC Delco 200, back to the Rock. What will happen there, we will find out. But we got Sunoco Cups at Phoenix.